In the ocean of wisdom left by Imam Ali, peace be upon him, every saying is like a guiding star that leads humanity toward light, compassion, and truth. When he said that the best help is to help each other, he was not just pointing to a simple social duty but rather laying the foundation for the survival of humanity. These words are timeless, relevant in every age, and resonate deeply in the hearts of those who seek to live a life of meaning. Humanity has always survived and progressed because people extended a hand to each other, because they understood that no one can live in isolation. A person may have wealth, power, or status, but without the cooperation and support of others, he remains incomplete. Imam Ali's words reveal to us the secret that the greatest help one can give is not through mere words or empty promises but through practical assistance, through standing by one another in times of need, through lightening the burdens of others. This is the essence of human brotherhood, the spirit of Islam, and the key to collective success. When a child is born, it enters this world weak, unable to survive without the care and help of parents. This in itself is a divine sign that life is meant to be shared, that survival is not possible without support. As we grow, the needs of life become more complex, and the value of helping each other grows even more important. No one becomes successful purely on their own. Behind every achievement, there are unseen hands, people who supported, encouraged, and guided. Imam Ali's wisdom reminds us that recognizing and honoring this cycle of mutual help is the greatest virtue. In a society where people truly embody this principle, love replaces hatred, compassion replaces cruelty, and unity overcomes division. But in a society where selfishness dominates, where everyone thinks only for themselves, destruction is inevitable. History testifies that civilizations flourished when people helped each other and collapsed when greed and arrogance took over. Think about a community struck by poverty. A few among them may be wealthy, comfortable, and secure, but if they ignore the suffering of their neighbors, their comfort is an illusion. Hunger breeds crime, despair breeds unrest, and negligence destroys peace. However, if the same wealthy individuals understand Imam Ali's wisdom and extend help, feeding the hungry, educating the poor, uplifting the downtrodden, then not only are lives transformed, but the entire community flourishes. This is why the commander of the faithful emphasized that the best help is not a distant idea but a practical action. It is in feeding the hungry, clothing the needy, guiding the lost, comforting the grieving, and standing firm beside the oppressed. Help is not always about money. Sometimes, a kind word, a sincere prayer, or a listening ear can be the greatest help. Many hearts are heavy with burdens unseen, many people walk silently with wounds that words cannot describe, and sometimes just being present for them is the best help. We must also understand that Imam Ali's words highlight a two-way reality. When you help others, you are also helping yourself. Life is designed in such a way that the hand that gives always receives, the one who uplifts is uplifted, and the one who spreads kindness is surrounded by it. Allah, in His infinite mercy, has made helping others a way to receive His help. The Quran says that if you help the cause of Allah, He will help you and strengthen your feet. Helping His creation is one of the greatest forms of helping His cause. Thus, every act of support, every sacrifice, every gesture of kindness not only relieves others but builds the helper's own path toward divine mercy. Imam Ali's wisdom is therefore both a social principle and a spiritual key. The world may measure success by wealth and power, but in the eyes of Allah, success is measured by how much we helped others. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, said that the most beloved people to all are those who are most beneficial to others. This reflects the same teaching as Imam Ali's words. True greatness is not in being served but in serving, not in taking but in giving, not in being above others but in uplifting them. Reflect for a moment on the life of Imam Ali himself. He was the ruler of the vast Islamic empire, yet he lived simply, ate humbly, and spent his nights helping the poor and orphans. History records how he would carry food on his back in the darkness of the night so that no one would recognize him, feeding the hungry in secret, helping widows and orphans. He did not just preach about helping others, he lived it with every breath. His life is a mirror of his words, proof that the best help is to help each other. He showed us that even the leader of a nation is not above the duty of service, that leadership itself is not about domination but about helping and protecting people. His example shatters the arrogance of those who use power for personal gain, reminding us that the only true power is in selfless service. But sadly, in today's world, the spirit of helping each other is fading. People live isolated lives, surrounded by walls of selfishness, drowned in the race of materialism. Neighbors do not know each other, families are broken by greed, and societies are divided by hatred. Wars destroy nations while resources are hoarded by a few. If only humanity listened to Imam Ali's wisdom, wars would end, hunger would vanish, and peace would spread. Imagine if each person took it upon themselves to help just one other person every day. The chain of kindness would multiply endlessly, changing the entire world. Yet we often wait for governments, institutions, or organizations to solve problems, forgetting that the real solution begins with us. One heart at a time, one act of kindness at a time, one hand extended at a time. Helping each other does not require grand actions. It can be as simple as guiding a blind person across the street, sharing a meal with a hungry soul, teaching a child who cannot afford school, or visiting someone who is lonely. These small acts carry immense weight in the eyes of Allah. Imam Ali's words teach us that true help lies in these sincere gestures of humanity. It is also important to remember that help must be sincere, not given to gain fame, recognition, or praise. The best help is that which is done purely for the sake of Allah, without expecting anything in return. When help is given with sincerity, it purifies the soul of selfishness and connects the heart to divine mercy. But when help is done for show, it loses its value and may even harm the giver by planting seeds of arrogance. Imam Ali emphasized sincerity in all actions, and helping others is no exception. A believer helps not because others deserve it but because helping is the right thing to do, because it pleases Allah, because it is the path of the prophets and saints. The recipient may forget, but Allah never forgets. Every act of help is written, every sacrifice is preserved, and on the day of judgment, these small deeds will shine brighter than mountains of wealth and titles. Helping each other also creates unity and strength. A society that stands together is unshakable, while one that is divided crumbles easily. Imam Ali's wisdom is a cure for the divisions we see in our world today. Racism, nationalism, sectarianism, and classism have poisoned human relations, but the antidote is simple: helping each other regardless of background, language, color, or wealth. Humanity is one family, created by one God, and every human being has the right to dignity and compassion. When we help each other, we affirm this truth, and when we ignore others, we deny it. Islam came to establish this universal brotherhood, and Imam Ali's words echo this divine mission. The best help is not selective, it is inclusive, embracing all who are in need. The benefits of helping others are not only spiritual but also psychological and emotional. Modern science confirms what Imam Ali taught centuries ago: helping others brings happiness, reduces stress, and improves health. The act of giving releases joy in the heart, strengthens bonds, and creates purpose in life. Many people today suffer from loneliness, emptiness, and depression despite having material wealth. The cure lies in helping others, for when you give, you find meaning, when you serve, you feel alive, and when you uplift others, you uplift yourself. This is why Imam Ali's words are not only guidance for the soul but also medicine for the heart. They remind us that the secret to true happiness is not in how much we have but in how much we give. Consider the story of a poor man in Kufa who once came to Imam Ali for help. Instead of simply giving him food or money, Imam Ali accompanied him home, cared for his family, and ensured that they had what they needed. This personal attention was not just material help but emotional support, dignity, and compassion. The man was not treated as a beggar but as a brother. This is the essence of true help: to uplift not only the body but also the spirit. How many people around us are in need of such help today? How many are drowning in loneliness, struggling silently, or battling hopelessness? If we truly followed Imam Ali's wisdom, none of them would feel abandoned. We would become the hands of mercy, the voices of comfort, the protectors of dignity. Ultimately, Imam Ali's words teach us that helping each other is the foundation of faith. A person cannot claim to love Allah while ignoring his creation. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, said that a believer is like a building, each part supporting the other. If one part is weak, the whole structure shakes. Helping each other strengthens this building, while neglecting others causes it to collapse. Our faith is tested not in prayers alone but in how we treat people, how we help them, how we ease their pain. Imam Ali's words are therefore a call to action. They are a reminder that life is short, that opportunities to help will not always remain, and that every day we must ask ourselves, whose life did I ease today, whose burden did I lift, whose sorrow did I comfort? This is the measure of a meaningful life, the path to divine pleasure, and the true meaning of humanity. The best help is to help each other. These words echo across time, reminding us that wealth will vanish, power will fade, and status will disappear, but the help we gave to others will remain eternal. It will live in the hearts of those we touched, it will be written in the records of the angels, and it will shine on the day when nothing else will matter. So let us strive to live by this wisdom, to become helpers in a world of indifference, to become givers in a world of takers, to become lights in a world of darkness. Let us be among those who hear the call of Imam Ali and answer it with action. For indeed, the best help is not in words but in deeds, not in promises but in sacrifices, not in waiting for others but in stepping forward ourselves. And in doing so, we fulfill the purpose of our creation, we honor the legacy of Imam Ali, and we secure our place in the mercy of Allah.